This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you, and from roadside attractions we have In Secret, a movie based on Émile Zola's tragic novel Thérèse Raquin, set in 1860s Paris, that relates the rotting love triangle of a woman repressed. Thérèse is played marvelously in this film by Miss Elizabeth Olsen, the hypotenuse in this triangle whose other 2 points are Camille, played by Tom Felton, and Laurent, brought to smoldering life by Oscar Isaac, who you may have seen as Llewyn Davis in the recent Coen Brothers movie. Towering over them all is the formidable Madame Raquin, played by Jessica Lange in a performance you'll long remember. Things do not start well in this story, following Thérèse's being dropped off at her aunt's as a young girl by her ne'er-do-well father, who runs off to Africa, abandoning her to attend to her sickly cousin. The years drag on, and we find them dining outside one afternoon.
We can leave right after the wedding.
Oh, whose wedding are we going to?
Well, yours, dear.
Well, but who am I going to marry?
Why, Camille, of course. Thérèse, we don't even know who your mother was. Illegitimates have been dealt an unlucky hand. We should consider ourselves lucky that you have Camille. And he is so excited. Oh, and you will be Madame Raquin, just like me.
And off they move to Paris, where this seems to steep further into gloom, as Camille's indifference and coldness, along with his sickly nature, make him far from ideal. This movie is most magnificently photographed in the widescreen CinemaScope aspect ratio by the German cinematographer Florian Hofmeister, who is younger than I am, yet creates such a crepuscular world in Paris in the 1860s that you feel that you are there, and yet are in a great work of art at the same time. Then, as if a ray of sun penetrates the entire screen, Camille's boyhood friend, Laurent, appears and wishes to stay. He offers to paint Camille's portrait, but something else starts to happen.
The first model I ever had was this beautiful redhead. Natural red, as I quickly discovered. With the only hitch being that this wonderful creature was deaf as a brick. Couldn't call out if I wanted adjustments. I had to mold her like a sculptor, part by part. One afternoon, I wanted her legs to be a bit wider. So I went to move her knees apart with my hands, but my touch was clumsy. And then, on a hunch, I touched the inside of her thigh with the tip of my brush. Where the skin is soft as cream and warm. Lightest touch of camel's hair.
Did she make the small move you were after?
She did.
And what was her body saying to you?
Brush me again.
Laurent's finished painting of Camille takes on a blue, corpse-like appearance, somewhat reminiscent of, but not as debauched, as Ivan Albright's The Picture of Dorian Gray from the MGM movie of the same name of 1945. Laurent's painting foretells of things to come, as you may likely infer from that last scene. This has to be the best film in this new year, with such rich attention to the smallest detail that I could not find a single fault in the production, settings, costumes, nothing. It is a perfect recreation of a time and place, now so foreign to modern life that it almost seems not possible. Add to this such remarkable, real, and genuine excellence in acting from all on screen that you're overwhelmed with the overall effects of so many perfect elements combined that give us what I think is a great, great movie experience you'll not soon forget. It is directed by actor-director Charlie Stratton. This story may not turn out well. Or will it?
If only he'd go away.
Oh, people don't just go away.
Sometimes they do.
But it's dangerous for people they leave behind.
Not if the going away is an accident. People have accidents every day, and sometimes they just don't come back. That's all.
I have to go.
Therese, do I own you?
Completely.
Or is she? I really encourage you to see this remarkable movie of excellence in every aspect. No detail was out of place. I thought there might perhaps have been a slip-up in the dialogue at one point where Jessica Lange refers to Therese's migraines. I thought, aha! One thing out of place. Had they been diagnosed at that time with that name? I placed a quick telephone call to the eminent neurologist, Dr. Michael Adelberg, who assured me, to my surprise, that migraines had been diagnosed much earlier than the period of this story, although often referred to in this period as megrims. Thus, even checking the most reputable sources, there is no fault I can find with this movie, and it is remarkable. However, rest assured, this is pure tragedy, as envisioned initially by the great Émile Zola, so do not expect comedy in this great work of cinematic art. Jessica Lange proves yet again she is a master of her craft and will capture your imagination with her remarkable performance. This is your pal, Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.